Hi there, I'll fix it with a new window regulator for the 2010 Lincoln Towncar. And I'm gonna change out the old one. This is a driver's side. It's probably good, same for many of these Lincoln Towncars, different years and everything. There's so many of them that are alike. But anyway, this one's a 2010. Come and join me, and it's official. You are awesome. I also going to change this thing because I found one of these at a wrecking yard that's in much better shape than mine. I'm going to start with this shelf thing. See, there's no screws anywhere. Actually, there is. In the carpet, there's like a little indent, and I believe that is a screw. Yeah. Whoa, sure enough. So, I think we got one here. Yeah. Kind of have to go by feel in there. Well, that kind of took a whole panel. Evidently, that goes clear through here and into the panel, into the door. Okay, so there was 3 of those screws down in the bottom. Now I see a screw right here, and these handles. Looks like this handle's going to have to come right off of here. Yeah, look at that. Pretty sure that's got to come off. Okay, there's a handle off. That's coming along nicely. There's a screw right here that doesn't look normal, but we'll take it. You pop this up from the front, and then the whole thing just kind of pops up there. By the way, if you're not sure as you go about anything, it's really a good idea to take some pictures as you go. I don't know how many times I've been saved by doing that. You know? I mean, I don't know, these are probably only go on one way, but just in case, now I know I have a picture of it. We're getting pretty loose here. Anything special here that we have to do? Oh, look at that, it just yanks off of there. Oh, I see there is a little, you just squeeze it a little bit. Looks like you just squeeze it a little bit and then you can yank it. Not too big a deal. Okay, and there's that. Okay, so far so good. Put those down in there out of the way. I think there might be a clip or something back here. Oh, there we go. There. Wow. What do you know? 2 plug-ins back here. So you can see what I'm dealing with here is a couple of things to unplug. We're right in there. Okay. Yeah, just squeeze that little tab. Let's see if this one's got a tab to squeeze or what. Yep, this one the tab is on the side right here, and this one the tab was on the broad side right there. Okay, so there we are unattached. Alright, well, this part of the video is where I took off my jacket and my microphone was on the jacket. So it's voiceover time. Well, I'm just pulling back this plastic part here, and it's nice if you can save this plastic part. It's not essential, you don't have to, but yeah, if we can save it, and it looks like I'll be able to do that, just pull it back out of the way, and then we can use it. It's just helpful to put it back if you can. So what's different here than most cars is that these are rivets. Then we're gonna, once we drill out these rivets, and we're going to replace them with nuts and bolts. But that's why this car is a little bit more difficult. Now this right here is the rivets that hold the glass in, and we're going to have to get to those. And I have to raise that glass up a little bit to get the rivet into where I can have a hole to get to the other rivet on that side. We're going to see how we can raise this up. As you can see, I'm bumping the button and yanking on it and everything, and I can't quite get it up high enough. I really need it a little bit higher, and so I have to figure out another way. So as you can see here, I just cut a little piece of scrap wood to wedge up underneath, just to hold the window up a little bit while I work on it. That seems to work pretty good. You can wedge it from the top. I see a lot of people do that, but this is what I did. It worked just fine. All right, we got a few more things just to get out of the way here. Like this, we just get this unplugged, and I can show you here how it works. You just a little tab on the side there and take it right off. No problem. And what we're going to do is just deal with the rivet that I can get to. The other rivet's going to be a little hard to get to until we can move the window. So we'll deal with this one first. All right, we can do this. It's just another adventure. Here we go. So what I have here is a 5/16 inch drill bit. And first thing I see is that there's a problem, because the inside of this rivet, or the center of the rivet, is a small part that sticks out, and there's no way to center the drill bit. So I get the trusty angle grinder out there with a metal cutoff blade, and I'll try to smooth it over enough to make it smoother and flatter so that I could center the drill bit. It actually doesn't work out very good for me, because that center piece is harder than the outside of it. The outside is just a simple aluminum or something, and the center is like some kind of really super hard stuff. The drill still doesn't center, and it doesn't drill very good. It's not working. After lots of grinding and drilling and grinding and drilling and grinding and drilling, well, it still wasn't working out. But you know what really worked is a hammer and punch. And I punched the center of the rivet out through the back. And that is what worked the best. Of course, grinding off all the bulk of that rivet first was good. And once we got that center punched out, it was fine. You have to be careful because we're dealing with glass. Now the hardest part is the other one. And we're going to have to move that window in order to get to the other one. Because look, the angle and everything, I can't even get into it with the drill. And no way to get the grinder in there. So the best thing I can do is to take the motor loose in there. Once I take the motor loose, chances are that window is gonna move. Now I think this is called a Torx 30. That's what you need for the screws, the bolts that hold that little motor in. So we're gonna take that. I think there's 3 of them there, and we're just gonna take those loose and take that motor out, or at least get the motor loose, and then then the window, it's all bound up with a cable around everything, and that's why the window doesn't move. So we get things loosened up here, and then hopefully the window will be loosened up and we can move things. Alrighty, now we got the motor loosened up and the window moves. Look at that. We can get enough movement out of that, even if we can't get the motor out. But watch that motor. Pretty soon it's going to fall down in the bottom of the door anyway. Spoiler alert. Anyways, that's what I wanted. That's good. See, there it goes. Now that we got the motor out, and that's actually a good motor, but I ordered the part with a motor, so we really don't need this motor. We're not going to use it, actually. Now that the window is movable, we can adjust it to exactly the height we need to get it through this hole into there to where that rivet is. Now I'm just going to measure for cutting another piece of wood to wedge underneath the glass to hold it exactly where I want it. I have tools that I like, and I'll put a link in the bottom under the video that, not sometimes I can put exactly what I have. Sometimes I'll put it something similar. But anyways, the thing is, if you go to Amazon through one of my links, and it doesn't matter what you decide to buy, if you want a tool or a yogurt maker or whatever the heck you are buying, I would get supposedly a cut whenever you do that. So hey, try it. We'll see if it works. So far I haven't seen much from that, but you never know. And also the batteries interchange on this. I particularly like this RYOBI drill set with the saw, and I use these quite a lot, and I'll try to include links to other things that I use a lot. Now the drill bit, I think that I'm going to switch out to a different drill bit. I'm going to go to Cobalt now. I have a set of Cobalt drill bits. They cost more, but sometimes it helps. And so I went and got my Cobalt drills and I changed it out. Yeah, it actually is better, but still I had a lot of trouble. This is not working real good. So the center of the rivet is so hard, and the outer part of the rivet is so soft that it doesn't stay in the center. So what I have to do is drill on each side or above and below that center part of the rivet. And so it's not easy, but you can do it. So that's what I did. I just kept going above and below and above and below, and there it goes. See, it just fell out. It just fell down into the bottom of the drawer. So success. All right. And next we pop this trim off the top of the door, and it's really no big deal. You just pull up on it, take it right off, no problem. Yeah, so now we're gonna see, it's easiest just to take this glass right out of here, and if you tip it forward, the front of it you tip down, that really works the best. And then you just don't pull it out the outside like that. Don't do that. Yeah, on the inside, there we go. Inside and up and out. Voila, just like that. So look how dirty that thing is. I got to clean that up. Yeah. Anyways, success. It's out. And these little things here, the rest of the rivet deals, we just pull it out with the pliers. And when we're done with all this, we're going to put it all back together with nuts and bolts. That way it'll be easier. Now these two bolts up at the top, and they're in size 11 on my car, size 11 socket, and they're easy to get to, no problem. We just spin them off there. They come right off, easy to get to. That's the easy part. Now that the top is done, we go to the bottom, and guess what? There's more rivets. Here's the best way I found out. You just pop the center out with a hammer and a punch. Look at that. It's actually pretty easy. Pop the center out, and then you drill the aluminum part after you've got the center popped out. Now, you might not be able to do that on the ones that are on glass. I don't know. But when they're on metal, it's a piece of cake. Pop the center out and then drill the aluminum part. Except for the aluminum part spins, you got to hold on to it with something. Just kind of help keep it from spinning. And then it's no problem. It's not so bad. This could be faster than nuts and bolts. But I'm going to put nuts and bolts in. I'm not going to do rivets. Hey, look at that. Here we go. We can take the whole thing out, and look what a mess it is. Hey, it's all tied up in knots and stuff. There you go. There's the main problem. Now, are we done? Well, not really. Well, there's another piece to come out yet. And now, with my trusty little funny looking hammer, the easy way to get these rivets out. Pop the centers out. Now that I understand, this is the way to do it. So there's 3 rivets holding this little bracket in that the motor was attached to. And we just pop the centers inward. And after we got all 3 centers out, we just drill the outside part, the aluminum part. And it quite often spins. So you grab something to kind of help hold on to it from spinning, and then it's a piece of cake. No problem. Well, maybe a little bit. Sometimes. Just sometimes. Just a little bit longer. Why don't you stay? Just a little. Yeah, we got it. All right. There it is. Voila! Yes, this matches up perfectly. And it looks like we got the right part. So now we just need bolts and nuts for the rest of this job. So I'm going to go get those. Now, I came back with these M6, and they're 12 millimeters long, which is about a 1/2 inch or a 3/4 inch. And I found the matching nuts for them, and it's the nylock nuts, which I think will be pretty good. At this point, before I finish this job, I'm thinking of replacing this now, because while I have the window out, and you see the chrome is like coming off of here, I did get this handle changed. But here's the problem: is it's getting late. I got all the hard part done, getting all the old stuff out, and but it's getting dark. I turned on a couple of lights here. I had the audio clipped onto my jacket, and then early on in this project I took my jacket off and didn't even realize I had taken off the microphone. Anyway, so if it's too bad, I'll probably just voice over all that part, I guess. Anyway, this is gonna go inside of there, right there. As you notice, there's a little tab right here, and that little tab, there's a place for it up here. Hooks, oh, right here. Yeah, there's a little slot right there. Okay. Let's see. Maybe do something like this. Yeah, something like that. Then there's these 2 studs up here that kind of hook in right up here. But the main thing is I want to get that motor in the right place. And we also got to get this thing out here where we can get to it. There, I stuck the little thing in the slot right there. That's good. And 12 millimeters long, which is only, you know, pretty short. And then we got the little nuts for it, is the nylock. Yeah, that's the right thread and everything. So I'm going to put the bolt in from the back side there. Now you may not be able to see too good from where you are. I'm going to get something to hold the back, like a 10 mil in the back, and then a socket in the front, and let's see how that works. Yeah, I don't want to get too tight on this yet until we get the others in their holes the way they belong. No, really, it really wouldn't hurt to put a washer on here. I went ahead and I did put washers on the back side, on the bolt, on the back side of there, and then these aircraft nuts on the front. I think it's going to be good. There's 2 nuts here. Let's see, they are right here. that go up here. Now, this is important that you don't tighten these nuts completely. I did tighten the motor nuts, but I'm not going to tighten these up too much yet, and I'll show you why as we get further. Well, actually, let me just tell you that you don't want these too tight, because before you're done with the window and it's all in, you have to run the window up and down to get it aligned properly. Once it's aligned properly, then you can tighten these all the way. There's the right size. I'll bring that up and then I'll back it back off again because I don't want it tight. Not yet. Bring it up and then back it back off a bit. Two down here. All right, so then this one. Okay, I got those started. Use the 10mm wrench behind it and get it closer. And still, I'm not going to tighten it completely. Just bring it in quite a ways. Oops, too far. Okay, now we're just close but not tight. What else are we forgetting here? Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's how many of all that is. Now you see, when we put the glass back in, we're going to need this in a little different place. So what we're going to have to do, by the way, let's plug this in. Yeah. That goes right there, and that goes right there. Okay. Poke the wire in. All right. So what we'll have to do is turn on the key and plug this back in so that we can run this down. Stuff in here. I don't know which one's which. I just plug them. Whoops. Plug them all in, and then we can. I'll have to run the key on a little bit. Now, yeah. Now we get this down to where it's just right. Whoops, yeah. That would be pretty good right there. Okay. Very good. I'm just going to take this stuff back out for now. Keep these things out of the way. All right, we got that ready. Now we got to bolt the window in. What I did was I cleaned the window up a bit. Also, I took silicone spray and I sprayed up and down in the channel there a bit. So when you go to put this back in, you want to take the front corner down. So if you do it the other way, it's going to be a mess. So front corner down as you go down in there. And it slips right in, no problem. Now, I'm going to put my block of wood underneath here to keep it from going all the way down. Okay, so I'm just going to line up and put bolts in there. Not sure if I'll need a washer on this because it has a washer thing built in. I think I might have got the bolts too short for this one. Yeah, I did. So I have to get a little bit longer bolts for that part. Let's see. Let's put this back underneath here. And found some bolts a little bit longer, and they are the same thread, same everything, except for they're a little longer. So I'm going to be able to use the same cool aircraft nuts I believe I've even got the right washers and everything for this. Okay, I think that's going to be just fine. Now the tricky one is down in there. I think we got it that time. Let's see. I'm going to get that started. How am I going to get that started? Let's see. Okay, we got it started, that's good. Alright, before we get carried away here, let's adjust, do the alignment. So the way we do that, we plug this stuff back in. And we have to turn the key on a little bit. Alright. That looks. See how it's not aligned? No matter what I did, I kept those bolts loose like you're supposed to until you roll it up when the window's up, and then you can tighten the bolts because then it's aligned, but it won't go up all the way, and it always wants to crank over to the right like there's something hanging up in the front. And yeah, I found it. I found the problem. Let's see if I can show it to you. Yeah, you see the track? Look at that. The track has been bent over. It's not a free track. So that's what's going on. Well, good morning. I'll Fix It here on the next morning. Last night, we were fixing this window. I had so many problems, and I had all kinds of problems finishing this job up last night, so I have to finish it. I'd pretty much got it done. I just got to put the door panel back on today. We're almost done. I promise you, we're almost done. And you're awesome. Let's do this. Let's finish this. Okay, let me just show you what I did. I made the window work right again. Let's see. Let me get in here and put the key in to the ignition to check this, and we can check this right here. Oh, look at that. Works good. Isn't that awesome? Alright, so the problem I had, let me explain the problem that we had. You recall, I was looking down here at this track, and this was all squished over on this track to squeezing that, and the window was coming up and hitting it. Come to find out, when I put the window in, I didn't have it inside this track all the way. And so I had to take the window, almost take it completely back. Well, I did. I took it completely back out and reinserted the window, making sure that I was inside of that track down below. Then I took a screwdriver and fixed the damage that I did to the track. And now it works perfectly. The only thing now is we really need to see about putting the door panel back on, getting this all wrapped up. But I see these are broken tabs, and look at they're all there. they're all pieces of plastic stuck on here because the door is broken, and I didn't do that. Let me show you on the door. So inside, yeah, okay, like this. See, here's the plastic tab that belongs attached, and it's broken. All these are broken. Yeah, these are all broken. So I can see what they're supposed to be is like this, like a slot. Anyways, we'll see what happens when I put the door back together. I think we're ready to put this piece back on up here. Look at that. Yeah, piece of cake. All right, we take that off until we get the panel back up there. We're going to need to see if we can save this plastic thing. I just did a little hot glue spot here and there just to kind of hold that in place for me while I see about putting the panel back on. Alright, let's see how this works. I think we have a couple of things to plug in. Okay, we got that plugged in. Make sure we got these access to all these plug-ins. Let's see, we got this. Now, as I recall, everything's broken back there as far as popping anything on. So we're just dependent on the screws. The screws is what holds this thing together, because none of the pop-in plastic parts are any good anymore. So as I recall, there's 3 screws down here on the bottom. There's a screw over here. There's these 2 screws right here. And we'll see. Hopefully that does it. If not, we might have to add another screw or 2. Which is possible. Could do that. Into place. Oh, that held pretty good. We got one good one. All right. Got it. Yeah. Oh, good. Good deal. Yeah, okay. That's cool. Time to go to the wrecking yard again and get the, there's some cool cover things for this. There, that plugs in there. That plugs in there. Well, yeah. Seems like it only goes one way. There's some clips down here. I think we're missing the front clip, so there's nothing really holding the front in. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is not original either. It doesn't exactly fit in here like it's supposed to. I'm pretty sure this has been replaced from a wrecking yard of a little different car. So I might have to go look for the right one of those as well. But if this works for now, that's okay. Does the trunk? Yeah, I heard the trunk pop. Button works. Turn the key on. And oh yeah, here we go. Oh, look at that. It's all fixed. Voila, it's done. Awesome, I like it. And the new door handle, that's much better than the old one. Wow, that's cool. Okay, I'll fix it here with another job done. We did the electric window regulator thing, and stay tuned, and we'll do some more interesting things with I'll fix it. And as long as you hit the like button and subscribe, you'll be awesome. Actually, you are awesome anyway. Just be awesome. Okay, I'll fix it here, and we did replaced all this junk, and we got this thing all done. I'm so happy to have it done, and you guys subscribe and like and all. You know what to do, and always be awesome.